Clocks. This is about clocks, my clocks. There's quite a lot of clocks around here, considering it's a 2-room unit, lounge room, kitchen and bedroom. I've got at least 5 of them from memory, and most of them are working pretty well, but one of them actually needs a new motor. So come with me for a tour of my clocks and watch me order and install a new motor for one of my clocks. Alright, so here's 2 of my clocks on the mantelpiece in the lounge room. So this clock here, I bought it a couple of weeks ago. I bought it with a with some faith attached, because it actually didn't have a battery and there was no guarantee that it was going to work, although they did say if it didn't work I could bring it back. So I took it home, put the battery in, and it works perfectly. Beautiful little clock. This one here is a lovely clock, but it's very temperamental. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Someone bought it from a garage sale and gave it to me as a gift. I did take it to a clockmaker who apparently installed a new motor in it, but it still is temperamental. I would have done it myself, but the problem was that I actually could not get it open to access the motor to change it. And this clock here is my bedroom clock. I've got a pinky ready theme going here, so it really does suit the bedroom really well. I can't remember where I got it, but it's always worked pretty well. No problem with it whatsoever. This is my lovely kitchen clock. I think I bought it in Mossman a few years ago when I went out for a birthday dinner. Yeah, it wasn't too expensive, all things considered, and it's been pretty reliable, so I'm very happy with this clock. And this clock here is the one that I need to get a new motor and some new hands for. So what happened here was I bought it about 9 years ago, I think, from an op shop for about $3. Got it home, realised pretty quickly the motor wasn't working that well. So I went online, found a place that sells clock parts, and ordered a new motor and also some hands as well. But now, nearly 10 years later, the hands have fallen off again, and I now need to order another new motor. So come with me while I do that. Right, so here I am. This is the actual clock, and at the back is the motor there. And the first step is I have to measure how thick that is, because this thing that goes through the middle of the clock needs to be fairly exact. It's called a spindle, I think. So I'll just get my tape measure and measure it. So I think it's around about it's about 9 millimeters. Okay, so I'll just go onto the website. Yep, so it's some company in Queensland. Yep, so I'll just type it in. Yep, so there it is there. Okay. Bit of advertising, so I'll try quality clock parts. That should bring up what I'm looking for. Apparently you can go to a showroom, but it's up in Queensland. Oh, that's a bit odd. Okay, here we are. Clock parts should do it. Okay, so here we are. and that there is the inside of the clock, the motor. So I'll just click on that. And I'm sure they didn't have this many when I ordered one nearly 10 years ago, but from memory, I think it was this one here. So I'll click on it, and it's 3 to 20 millimeters. Yep, so is it showing measurements? No. Yep, there we are. Let's have a look at that one. No. This one, no, that's a hanger. That's a hanger. Geez, it's not good that they don't show the measurements. Here we are, product description. It says it's available in 6 different shaft sizes, so that's what it's called. Yep, and then it says you should get clock hands. I'll see if there's anything under more info about the measurements. How to choose the correct size. The threaded shaft was too big for 8 millimeters, so I've got to go with the 14, the dial thickness 12. So actually, yeah, the dial thickness is 10, so that looks like. And then the diameter, blah, blah, blah. Life expectancy is 10 years. Accuracy within 2 minutes per year. And then your normal AA battery. Okay. And then it's got fitting instructions. Okay, so I'll have a look at what I have here, and it's actually the same brand as that one, so I assume that it would fit. So I have to look at, do I want a hanger? A T hanger? Yes, I do. The hanger, oh, hold on, no, I'm going for the 10 millimeter one. So I want a T hanger, and then I just want to buy one of them and then add to the cart. Okay, so that's, where is the cart? Just up there. So I'll go back to quartz clock parts, and where are the hands? Ah, here we are, so clock hands. And then it's a small clock, so I guess I should measure it to get an idea of the size of it. It's about between 50 and 55 millimeters. So I guess the hands I want would be the smallest, which is 35 to 60 millimeters. So there we are. Okay, and these are the hands. They're about 45 millimeters, which means the big hand will come out to about there, which is fine. And it did come with those hands. So clearly it's an Australian made clock by the looks of things. So they're from $3. I'm sure it was no different to when I bought it 10 years ago. Yep, second hand sweep. You can have a second hand. I'm wondering if I really want one or not. So hand colour is black. I don't think gold, you'd see it. Second hand sweep to suit. Oh God. No sweep. I don't know if I want one or not. And it's hard to see. That's a German gold. That's a sweep gold 50. They're actually too big anyway for the clock though. You know, the sweep will start coming out there. Oh no, it will actually stay. It's 50 millimeters. Okay. That's a black. And that's a red. So I might get one because they're only $1.50. and so I just want one. So I assume one means one big hand and one little hand. Yeah, it says minute hand and hour hand. Okay. All right, add to cart. And there we are. So I'll click on it and I'll check out. I am an existing customer, but I can't remember my password. I just have to give it a go because passwords weren't as hard in those days. Sign in. The email, okay, obviously. I'm just going to check out as a guest. Yep, so. Okay, well that's now done. The order's on its way and it should arrive in a few days. So that's the end of part 1 of clocks, and I'll be back with part 2 in a few days, which will be me assembling this lovely little clock so it will actually have some cans and it will actually work. All right, bye for now.